Hi. So I've been playing around with this program for the past few weeks, and as you can see, I've been doing a little bit of visuals with it, just to test it out and see what I can do and come up with. And it's got a lot of cool stuff. So I figured we're just gonna play around with it, see what happens, and see where it takes us. Um, I'm gonna start with geometry, and let's do a polygon. Mm, let's go for a triangle. I don't really want it to fit. We can go to, where is it? Transform, translate. This basically means we control where it goes. We'll keep it centered, but we'll take it down a bit. So we'll have it completely centered. What we can do then is maybe have an array. Okay, that's an interesting shape. And let's make it rotate. Let's rotate it a bit. Um, the cool part, you can actually link some of these, well, actually all of the values to different sources. So right now the source 0, as you can see, it's microphone, but you can link up music video or whatever else you want. I'm not gonna do it just because copyright, but I'll do this. Now I picked increase linear, which means it's just gonna continue to rotate. Looks kind of funky. Let's turn it down slowly. Let's do a kaleidoscope. So that's pretty cool. Got a really interesting shape moving and going. Let's see. Do we want to turn it down? Yeah, I like this one better. But I want to scale it down a bit because I want corners to actually be seen. So let's go to scale X for all. That's a bit too much. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so we got our basic shape. Now, maybe we can, let's colorize it. So color HSB, let's link the hue to my voice. I wonder, I think I have too low of a voice to actually affect it too much if I only use a frequency range, but you can obviously, if you want to, if you have a track and you want it to react only to certain sounds, you can totally play around with a custom frequency range or the ranges they provide you here. Um, okay, that's very cool. I'm not sure what it is exactly reacting to besides my voice, but we'll keep it because it's kind of trippy. So let's add some effects. Okay, I like that. We'll increase it. Yeah. Okay, not too much. I don't want it to be overwhelming. Okay, well that's pretty cool. Maybe just a little bit less. And we can close for so we could actually see what we're doing. Okay, so we've got this kind of trippy kaleidoscope geometric shape. Maybe we can add something else to it. Mm-mm-mm. Let's add the sine wave. Okay, now that's pretty cool. What happens when we add it? You can really play around with like which port you want to add it to. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I really like this one. And let's add something to stand right in the middle, because right now this is kind of overwhelming. So let's add. I'm trying to see if we have like a just a round, um, basically just a circle. Not really seeing anything, so we'll just move on. So we used a lot of effects and geometry, but let's go to ASF, and that's like the really cool stuff. Let's see what we can find here that might complement our composition. Let's go generate it. See what we find. Spiral. How's that gonna work? I'll rotate it. Let's see. So if I turn it off, everything, I can just see what I'm working with. Let's do the same thing we did for the rotation and just use the increase linear. Don't need a source. Let's do this. Oh, not sure why it stopped. Oh, I see. It reaches one and then it stops. Interesting. I actually didn't think that's how it works. As you can see, I'm not really sure how a lot of these work. I'm really new to the program, but it's really cool. We can play around with the different attributes of the spiral. Um, I don't really want it soft like a hard edge. We can play around with the color. Or is that the background color? Okay. Is that yeah, that's the spiral color. Hmm. I'm actually just gonna take it back and then adjust the color myself. Maybe not the RGB. Use the HSB. And once again, maybe we'll do something different and we'll use the sine oscillator, and then you can see it kind of like a sine function. It just goes up and down, and it's iterating through the different colors, which I really like. Will give us some variation. Now we can stylize it a bit. Honestly, we could see how it works. Okay, right now it's not super inspirational, but we can play around and see how it works with the array or the kaleidoscope. And it's getting really nice. We have like a middle main event and then edges coming from the sides from the spiral. But let's keep it like this. And maybe put a radial blur on it to make it feel like we're coming in. I like playing with the density, so we have a lot of, you can like really see the waves. What else? What else? Mm-mm-mm. As you can see, there are a lot of different options here. You just gotta pick whatever you want. I'm trying to find a specific one. I just don't remember how it's called. If I don't find it, we'll just pick something else. That'll be okay. It's not color effect, is it? I think it's stylized somewhere around here. No, let's do something else. Let's bring everything together with a single distortion effect, I think. And let's see how optical flow works. Okay, now that's super trippy. Mm, the only thing is I would like to turn down the vibrance of the middle element. But maybe next time. Maybe just add some sort of stylized layer. Mm, 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 mm. Maybe we'll do a bad TV one. That's really cool. And you can try it for yourself and just link the movement and the color switch to an actual soundtrack and make it audio reactive. And I think we got a pretty cool one. It's definitely not as complex as you can go. This program goes really deep, but it's a really cool place to start. It's super intuitive. Just right click, add, and do whatever you want to and play around with the different effects. I definitely don't know enough about this program. Like you have all sort of shaders you can add, and you have the defaults one which you can play with. Um, there are a lot of different shaders you can also download and just play around with the special effects you can add. And honestly, if you're really creative, you can add all sorts of generator and geometry adjustments, and there really is no end to what you can do with the program. So play around with it.